And welcome to another episode slash video of the Don't Argue with the Facts podcast. I'm your host, Noah Love, and today I finally have gotten around to it. We will be talking the Micah Parsons trade to Green Bay. Now, look, I know I'm like a week late on this, but everybody's still talking about it, obviously, so we're going to talk about it. Micah Parsons, let's just get straight into it. Micah Parsons traded to the Green Bay Packers for Kenny Clark, defensive tackle, and 2 first-round picks. Let me compose myself let's go to the Packers side of this first. For the Packers side, this was a great get. They're paying them $47 million a year, somewhere around that. Great get. Look, I had Green Bay winning the division this year. I thought they shocked some people. Now I still have them winning the division and them being in their Super Bowl contender. Look, all they were missing was a pass rush. I believe I have the quarterback in Jordan Love. I believe I have the run game with Josh Jacobs. I believe the O-line is very solid. I have, in terms of receivers, I have Christian Watson. I now have Matthew Golden. And now I have Romeo Doubs. I like the tight ends. On defense, back end is solid with Xavier McKinney at safety. Now, in terms of the corners, I think they are solid, but no Jair. But Jair been kind of hurt. Look, the one thing they were missing was a pass rush. They struggled to get after the passer last season. Now they have somebody who can get after the passer in Micah Parsons. I believe this makes Green Bay a Super Bowl contending team. Heck, I won't say Super Bowl winning. I don't know if Jordan Love's ready to take that step yet. But if he is, boy, oh boy, that the Packers have a young core. They were the youngest team in the league. They still are with this Micah move. I mean, Micah Parsons is 26 years old. He's 26. I mean, you have all these young players. They believe this young core is going to grow together, and it's gonna make the and uh it's gonna make sure that this young core is together for the next 5, 6 years at bare minimum. So look, for the Packers, look, week one just got more interesting. They're playing Detroit at home. And that game's now so interesting because obviously, it's at Green Bay, the divisional matchup, Lambeau Field, but also you have to think about like this. There are so many storylines in this game. How will Jordan Love perform? How will Matthew Golden look? How will Detroit look? Uh Look, 8 new assistant coaches. They're not injury riddled. Now everybody's back. How will Detroit look? Also, how will Aiden Hutchinson look? He's coming off of his injury. Will he pick up where he left off, or will it be some rust? Now, Micah's added to the mix here. It's going to be okay. He kind of has a minor back, but it looks like he may play week week one at uh in Lambeau. It's his now Packers debut. It's one of the most anticipated debuts I can remember in a long time for a defensive player. So there's so many storylines walking into that football game. Uh, that walking into that football game this Sunday. I already thought that game was intriguing. I thought Nance and Romo getting it was a good call by CBS, but now even then, that this is it's just great for the NFL and it's great for the sport. Now, let's go to the Dallas side. And rant incoming because Jerry Jones is an idiot. He's an idiot. Jerry Jones, and the reason I'm so upset about this is because this was completely avoidable. But Jerry let his pride once again get in the way. You cannot tell me that you get Dak deal done, which was the hardest deal out of the three guys you had to pay between Dak, CD, and Micah to get done. Quite frankly, you were able to get him $60 million. You were able to get CD the money. You're not giving you can't give Micah Parsons $40 million. Micah declined the deal. No, or they thought they had a deal. Nobody does business like that anymore. Micah said, "Talk to my agent," because his agent deals with the fine print and the low and probably the guaranteed money and whatever like that. Jerry's like, "Oh, well, I thought we had a handshake deal." That's so stupid, and I'm saying stupid because even if you did have a handshake deal, Micah still he still has to sign the contract. So unless you had pen to paper in there and he was going to sign the deal, then it wouldn't have been official anyways. So what are we talking about here? So Jerry then, after he trade, look, Kenny Clark is a good player. He's a good player. I he is a very good player. I feel bad that now he went from a winning team to a team that's going to win 5 games, but that's neither here nor there. He's a good player. The 2 first-round picks you got from Green Bay, unless Green Bay just has a bunch of unprecedented injuries or they just go historically south, those picks are going to be 26 through 30. That's probably what the picks are going to be. You're just hoping to get an impactful player there. You're not getting a Michael Parsons type player there. And also, this makes me think, okay, if you're going to trade him, Trey Hendrickson is available, or he was. If you were going to trade him, why didn't you at least call Cincy and say, "Hey, did you want to do a straight up deal?" To at least, and the reason I say that is because, well, the guy you got, Kenny Clark, is near 30s anyway, which is around Hendrickson's age, and also it could have softened the blow, being like, "Yeah, we gave up Micah, but we potentially got a pick back and Trey Hendrickson, who is really good." So it would have been like, okay, they got Hendrickson, they got a pick. Hendrickson's a really good player. He led the league in sacks, one of the best edge rushers in the game currently. Okay, I could see that. Nah, I don't know if he thinks this is a Herschel Walker deal. Again, the Herschel Walker deal, they got 5 players and they got like 4 picks or 3 picks, which they cut the 5 players, which means they have 5 picks. You got 2 picks. And Jerry wants us to believe, we need to get better in stopping the run. So you trade Micah Parsons? So you trade Micah Parsons. You drafted those Mozzie Smiths and company, so that means you're giving up on them because you're basically saying, "Well, I drafted them, but we still can't stop the run." I thought those were what those guys were there for. Those 2 guys have been not as advertised. I don't know how I don't know how stupid Jerry thinks we are. I just don't know. This comes down to a personal dislike. Maybe not of Micah, but of the agent. That's what it comes down to. Because you cannot sit up here and tell me there is not one logical explanation to tell me that you could give me that, oh, trading Micah was justified or this great move. Trading a guy like that is not, unless you're getting a haul, unless you're getting 5 picks, 2 players, 2 really good starters, five five picks, 2 future seconds, 3 first or something like that. You cannot tell me that that's a good move. And also, people are like, well, we didn't want to pay him $47 million. You did not have to, because if Jerry just paid him when he was supposed to, he would have been making around 35 to 40 million. That's way less. So Jerry screwed himself, and screwed your organization. Now you're about to go into week 1, and you're about to go down to Philly, and you're about to get your butts kicked on national television. You can't make this up, man. You cannot make this up. There are so many things that were going through my mind when I heard this trade. I was like, number 1, that's all they got. Number 2, you didn't look to trade like I guess not anywhere else. If you were going to trade him, this is what you should have done. In March, you should have opened the phone lines and you should have just listened to offers. That's what you should have done. Because you cannot convince me that even if you had traded him to Baltimore, the picks you would have got, they would have been where the Packers are. The only way you could have convinced me this trade would have been like they would have fleeced somebody is if they traded him to a bad team and they got picks and a couple good players. Because that would mean, okay, we're rebuilding. If you're rebuilding, Dak Prescott cannot be on your roster. So that's not what this is. If Jerry Jones believes this team is a playoff team, he's delusional. Because on defense, in terms of that front 7, I don't know what you got. I mean, I don't even know about your edge rusher. You got Kenny Clark, who, again, I will stress this, he's a really good player, but he's one guy. And then in the back end, you got Bland and you got Diggs. That's it. They're high on a couple of their young guys, but they're not Micah Parsons. Phil, you think Saquon Barkley is gonna look at that front and be like, yeah, I don't know about this. No, he's gonna shred you. I pray that tomorrow night, 8:00 on NBC, I pray that Saquon runs for 200 because it will make people realize whoever was defending the move, how stupid. Jerry Jones will look stupid again on national television. It is a disgrace. It is a disgrace. To me, this is worse than the Nico move. I mean, at least with the Nico move, they got Anthony Davis. And then they also have their pick. They won the lottery. They got Cooper Flag. This, I don't know what this is. You didn't even get a player. Look, Kenny Clark, again, I don't mean to be that guy. He's a good player. He's not Micah Parsons. 52 sacks in his first 4 seasons? Just entering his prime? Are we serious right now? I don't get it. I will never get it. I don't understand it. If you're a Cowboys fan, I'm seeing some Cowboys fans saying this takes the excitement out the season, and Jerry's taking my love for the game away. And to be honest, I can't at this point. I can't blame you. Like, I know people troll the Cowboys, and you have Stephen A. I'm not even trolling you. I genuinely feel bad because no fan of a sports team, because their fans aren't. I don't want to say they're obnoxious because they're not like that. They're just very optimistic and unrealistic about their team. But some of them are good people. I don't wish this on anybody outside of probably my division rivals. Look, Commanders fans were trolling. I can't blame them. The fact that the Bengals, you just have to put this into perspective. The fact that Mike Brown, who is cheap, Mike Brown was a Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry were able to get deals done with their edge rushers, and Jerry, you weren't? Oh my goodness. I will say this again. Mike Brown was able to get a deal done, whether it was just for 1 year. Just, okay, it's a temporary solution. We'll come back to it. Nah, you. And in the disrespect, it's just, Jerry, I can't. I don't know how stupid he thinks we is. Oh, we struggled to stop the run. You're still gonna struggle to stop the run because the truth of the matter is your D line just isn't that great. Your front seven just isn't that great. And it's not the player's fault. It's not the coach's fault. It's your fault. So now Matt Eberflus and Brian Scheinheimer are here and they got one hand tied behind their backs. Now, because Schottenheimer just got hired. And if the season goes awire, they're going to blame him. When really, A, the roster wasn't that good to begin with. And B, he just traded away a best player. It's just, I don't believe it, man. I'm just so sick of just because he thinks he's so much smarter than everybody else. That's the issue with Jerry and his personal pride. He let it get in the way of him, of him being able to make this deal. Because there's no question in my mind that if he really, really wanted to make this deal, he could have put his personal pride aside and made the deal. All right, but that's it. I just wanted to talk about this. My NFL Week 1 predictions will be up by tomorrow, right before Eagles and Cowboys. Yeah. Thank you guys for the love and the support. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and until next time, see ya.